Welcome back to Spinning the Past. Today is just a quick video today. I got this big sack here of mystery wool. And I wanted to talk about what do you do when you're given mystery wool. These people, they say, well, we have friends who have sheep. We have no clue what the breed is, no clue anything, but they know I'm a fiber artist, so they just dumped that off at my house. So now I get to have to decide what kind of wool and what it would be used for. Remember, wool always has, to me at least, it has a purpose. Even bad wools have a purpose, and it may mean the garden. It may mean, mulch or something like that, but it always has a purpose. So first of all, I just want to look here. So this is what I have. Here's the staple length. So I pick it up. It feels dry to me. It's not shiny. You can see the staple length. It doesn't have much of a curl. Maybe just a real light little S curve right there, but really not much compared to a fine wool that has lots of little crimps. That is not. So I kind of go through this process in my head. I look at that fiber, I look at the other stuff in it. So here, this is all Kemp. I don't know if you can see these individual, it's almost like boar bristle. This comes off of a leg or some extremity, and this is really not usable or spinnable. So this might go into the garden for the birds to use for their nests, and something I might have to pull out from the rest of it. But this one doesn't feel as bad. Yeah, I see, well, does it have much lanolin? It has some lanolin in it. Some, but not much at all. I pulled out from my stash some other wools just to kind of compare. This is an Icelandic wool right here. This is Icelandic. Say, wow, it really looks similar. Well, it does. This particular Icelandic does not have much Kemp in it. So this one has a lot of Kemp in it. This one does not. This one here has other colors on it. It means the other parts of the body, the face, they just shaved it all and they put it in a bag. And most people who know what they're doing about wools will divide that out and just give you the usable wool. But this is, so I was like, well, it's not, we don't have too many Icelandic sheep in this area. So, and this has a little bit more lanolin, and I just know working with this that it has two different lengths of fiber. Okay, so then I went here and I got out, this is churro. Like I said, I just went to my stash, and when you grow a stash, you can, this looks like, so here's the staple length there. You would just look at this staple length, look and feel it. Does it have a lot of lanolin? Does it not? Does it have a lot of Kemp in it? This has a little bit of Kemp in it, but not as much. This is longer than this churro. Although, I mean, this bit right here could be. This bit right here could be. Right? But I'm just feeling it. It doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel the same at all. But I'm kind of in the right family of wools. So what I would do if I have something like this, like I said, I would probably pull all this out, and I would again look at how much Kemp. I would try to reconstruct. This is garbage. This stuff is garbage. This will go into mulch, something like this. This is not usable for fiber artists. Unless you want to make any like brushes out of this. This Kemp is, but anyways, but this part we might be able to use. But I see a lot of, I don't know if you can see in here, these really bright white, and they're just prickly. So when people say that wool is prickly, they mean that it has hemp in it. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah, right there. That is hemp. It's a different texture from the rest of the wool. It has its own weird kind of crimp. It's very prickly. It's so all that would have to be kind of de-haired before this could be used. So I'm kind of looking at breeds that are very rough like this, and that would oh, we have the neighbor kitty coming over to photobomb. Of course kitties do that, of course. So this to me feels a bit more like one of the Scottish long wools. Yeah. This isn't like, so some of the stuff in here is just like pure hemp, not the best, but this one I might be able to use. But so I would go to my Fleece and Fiber source book, and I would do a little bit more research, and I would kind of see what else does this match up to. Well, I know it's not a down breed because the down breeds are really short fibers. I know it's not a beautiful fine wool breed, so it's not a merino. I know that. It's kind of maybe like a Scottish rough face. There's a Scottish one. I like kind of in that category. I could, I guess, see if friends of these friends could give me an actual breed so I could have a look at it. It's pretty coarse. It's really on the high coarse side of things. Again, look at this. I would take off a bit of this. I will wash it, because sometimes with washing, that'll also give you clues. But oh, an awful lot of hemp in here. Hemp. And that reduces the value of the wool. And it just, you know, this could be bred out. In certain breeds, this could be bred out. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. But when they have this wool and all kinds of wools jumbled up, see, and they jumble it up, and they just, when they buy the wool buyers, they just jumble all the different kinds of wools and lengths of wools. Yeah, and it just comes up with the blah, what I call just a blah crap wool. So when you see something that says wool, it means it has many different breeds in it. And a lot of these things are really not grown for the wool. They're grown for meat, and so the breeders don't care about the wool. Oh, look at all that hemp. I would say 25% of this is hemp. Again, all wool has a purpose. And so, to me, I'm just gonna have to play with this some more. I'm gonna take out the real, like this one is so dry. This is definitely from a leg or a neck or face or something like that. And this is gonna go to the birds. But yeah, because you could just feel, you gotta develop your fingers, feel it. This is so different than this part of the wool. So definitely something that does not have uniform wool types on its bodies. And this one has, like I said, some dark in there. It's got a lot of hemp in there. This is just like a scouring pad. If you wanted to make a wool scouring pad, this hempy stuff could be it. Lots of good uses. But see, I could use it here. I could use this and, you know, use this to for any type of insulation, you know, because I don't care about the quality of it. I don't have to use a fine merino, but this wool has a purpose. But it probably will go in the garden for me. Anyways, just a quick video today. I hope you were able to see everything. I know I tried to hold this and do this at the same time. You know, this has got some length to it, but I have to think, what would I use this for? What would this be best for? What is the best kind of spinning? So I think I told people if it's a 3.5 inches or longer, then it wants to be a worsted. So this is won't definitely be worsted spun. I could put it through the combs and get out some of the shorter fibers, but really to get that kemp out is a pain and a half. For hand spinners, you'd have to basically take it out individually, each little strand. But, you know, this could be a rope, this could be for saddles. There's a lot of different things I could use this for. But probably not scarves for next to the skin. Not everything has to be next to the skin quality of wool. But anyways, some of you probably have had this mystery wool bags dumped at your doorstep as well. And I just wanted to show you how I go about this. I guess the Fleece and Fiber source book is what I'll go to after I get this washed. I know kind of it would be a longer wool, a rough wool, and I will go through there. I think there was I think it was like a Scottish blackface. There was a Scottish one that I remember spinning once, and this kind of reminds me of that. But I'm going to wash some of it, not all of it. I will have to dump this out when we stop getting rain, and go through and really take out the stuff that I can't use. And that could be a lot of it, but you know, all wool has a purpose, even if it's for scouring something or using this for insulation, or just lots of different things we can use, right? So yeah, that's today, how to go through a fleece that's unknown origin, that's unknown breed, how to kind of evaluate it. Just even from the top, you can make certain decisions about this. What section in the Fleece and Fiber source book I would go into. If you have other breeds to compare it to, you can do these comparison charts. That's always a good skill to have. What would I use this for? Let me wash a sample. Might wash this section here and just see how that goes. It doesn't have a lanolin, so I don't need to strip it with a scouring thing, but just a nice wash would work with this. And yeah, kind of go from there. So people mean well, and we can help the producers. By doing these things, we can help the producers see what we're interested in, how we view these fibers, how we view these fleeces, how we evaluate them, what they're good for. And if they just paid a little bit more attention to the genetics of the fleece, they could get a better price for the wools on that. So anyways, thanks for joining me today on Spinning the Path.